There you guys are. Haven't seen you in quite a while. Well, I finally managed to finish the speech, so I think it's about damn time to pay respects to the council. Well, at least to the characters themselves, at least. So, I hope you guys don't mind if I get to the place I have already carved out for them. Not gonna lie, I did not expect for it to take this long. But yeah, I had quite a lot of information to actually sift through. So, well, to be fair, honestly, back when I was an Eldritch Herald, I did have to do a couple of funeral services for people that sacrificed themselves, but it's been a while since I've actually done any funeral services, so I was really out of touch. And to be fair, I haven't exactly found it that pleasant even back then, so... But it is necessary to respect those that have came before us, so... Excuse me, let me pull up the little notes I wrote for myself. So... Gathered people, today we will say our goodbyes to 4 poor souls who have suffered a lot in a previous life, given a second chance in this one, even becoming a primordial force, only to have it taken away by foul forces beyond our universe. That is, the characters of what became known as the Council, comprised of Ceres Fauna, Ouro Kronii, Nanashi Mumei, and Hakos Baelz. While the council included a 5th member, Tsukumo Sana, she has already passed back into the void. As such, she has already received her last rites. Ceres Fauna, in her previous life, like the rest of the council, was an ordinary human, with her story extinguished only into her high school years. Among her greatest fears was to be left alone. Thus, it was that once our universe was made, she was appointed the keeper of nature. Though she enjoyed the company of animals, when sentient life came to be, her fears once again came to the surface, as they started forming civilizations, thus coming under the authority of a different member. She would not live with her fears anymore though, as the one who would bring her to life tore her soul from her body, using her new form as a mere mask. Let us wish that Fauna, the character, may find peace once again, the void granting her freedom from her worries. Let's see... Ouro Kronii, once an investigative journalist, was caught up in the misguided affairs of a company bent on memorializing someone beyond what the limits of the last universe allows. Arriving too late to save the latest victim, she would become yet another, if only the last. In a sense of irony, when her soul was brought to this timeline, she became the Warden of Time. With dominion over time itself, she had all the opportunities to perfect both herself and the world, but with the flow of time no longer affecting her, consequence has lost its meaning. With this, she became an easy target for the outsider controlling her, leading to her own identity fading away into nothing. Let us pray that if she is given a third chance at existence, she will not forget that even inaction has consequences. Nanashi Mumei, once a college student, has learned civilization's desire for greatness and the cruelties they are willing to go to in order to achieve it firsthand. While that universe was under the heel of the old ones, those cruelties were not uncommon. The experiment that transformed her left her warped in both body and mind. Finding clarity in only her last moments, she had just enough control to set a thing in motion for the next time. When that came to be, she was chosen to be the guardian of civilization. However, while she was witnessed many great things, she also did see just as many horrible things. While this would cause her to develop traumatic amnesia, all the history and knowledge she learned would be erased along with her being. May the void relieve her and guide her to a more pleasant existence. Now we turn our attention to Hakos Baelz, who would become an avatar of chaos and bind the rest of the council together. Before this duty was thrust upon her, she merely wished to spread happiness in her past life. Being an idol, in that regard even her current position would be beneficial. However, she would be among the ones who would learn the existence of those that live outside our dimension. While many of us learned to accept this arrangement, she could not, and the thought of being at the mercy of such creatures would frighten her. Her normal life would come to a short end as those around her would be driven to madness. In her current status, she exerts no control, having given up, only to be used to spread the idea of having fun above all else. May she find purpose of her own choosing if she is ever seen again. Let us now say a silent prayer for the council, this time including Tsukumo-sana, for their souls to either find eternal rest or be brought back from the void, this time with a clear purpose in mind. Thank you everyone who has showed up to pay respects to those guardians whose battle against the manipulator ended with their loss. May we hope that those who would rise up against him would finally show up and take the place of these 5 brave souls who could not. Well, unfortunately I will have to spend some time on building some sort of proper memorial. Unfortunately I had quite a lot of time to work on these things, so unfortunately I did not have time to have anything more properly assembled for them. Well, goodbye girls. Time for me to get back to work. And also, thank you guys for joining me. Sorry if it's such a short stream, but unfortunately I have quite a lot of things to do at the moment, so I would have to actually get back to those at the moment. Alright. See you guys next time then.